Hi everyone, and welcome to J7409 Weather. The weather news that you can use. We're looking at the NDFD map right now. Today, Saturday, January 18th, 2020. As you can see, lots of snow, lots of ice, and rain. Also some sleet over here going on as we let this loop through. What you can expect today is a lot of blizzard conditions, heavy snow and ice through tonight in lots of areas that I'm going to show you. The winter storm will produce widespread hazardous travel conditions from the Midwest, upper Mississippi Valley, Great Lakes into the Northeast. Now, much below average temperatures are going to spread from the northern plains into the mid to upper Mississippi and Ohio valleys this weekend, and we've got additional precipitation on tap coming in for the Northwest. Now, of course, this is the NAM map. I use this map a lot because it is the most accurate, and it is for the next 3 days. Today, Sunday, and Monday. It will go out into and show you, and that's when you can get the most accurate forecast. Now, some things have changed. As I turn this on and let it roll through, I want you to be aware this is ice, then we have the freezing rain, then we have the rain as we come up. This ice is in southern Wisconsin. It's going to go on up into portions of Michigan. We've got freezing rain, ice, and snow and rain in Indiana. But some things have changed. A lot of the midsection and northern of New Jersey is going to get more snow than we anticipated, it looks like. Also, Massachusetts going to get some snow, a lot of snow up in Connecticut. Long Island's going to get a little snow, but as I turn this on and let it roll, let me tell you what's going on before we get to the watches and warnings for today. Now, this is a deepening winter storm across the Central Plains. It's going to move northeast into the Great Lakes today and into northern New York State and New England tomorrow. Now, this storm will produce widespread footprint of very heavy snows from the upper Mississippi Valley across the Great Lakes, northern New York State, into central northern New England, with snow totals in the 6 to 12 inch plus range. That's what's possible. Not saying you're going to get that much, but it's very possible. Of course, we have strong winds on the northwest side of the storm, and they're expected to produce blizzard conditions this afternoon across the eastern half of North Dakota, the eastern half of South Dakota, far western Minnesota, and northwest Iowa. Now, winds across these regions may gust over 50 miles per hour, producing considerable blowing and drifting snow and life-threatening travel conditions. If you don't have to get out in it, this is going to make things blizzard conditions. Please, if you're in these areas I just said, don't go out unless you have to. Now, to the south of the heavy snow area, freezing rain. It's going to produce accumulating ice potentials across portions of the Midwest and into the central Appalachians and Mid-Atlantic. Overall, this storm has a potential to produce widespread hazardous conditions across much of the northeastern quarter of the nation over the next day and a half. Now, in the wake of developing central U.S. storm, the Arctic air, currently in lee of the northern Rockies across the northern high plains, it's going to spread east-southeastward into the upper Mississippi Valley today and the mid-Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley region tomorrow. Much below average temperatures are likely in this Arctic air, with temperatures as much as 20 degrees below average. And we have a strong low well off the Pacific Northwest coast. It's going to push its associated frontal boundary into the Pacific Northwest early today, and this will produce additional low elevation, moderate to heavy rains, and higher elevation, heavy snows into the remainder of the day. And this area of the country has been very wet over the past several weeks, it's going to look like the precipitation is going to be well above average for what they are used to getting. Before we get into some of the watches and warning areas, we need to take a look at the categorical outlook for severe weather when it comes to detail thunderstorm activity. We look like we could have some thunderstorms to pop up from Texas all the way across the Gulf Coast states into the Florida Panhandle, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. But none of these look like, if they do mature into a thunderstorm, will become severe. None of them look severe. No tornado threats, high wind, or hail threats. Now, as we look at the watches and warnings map, we'll start out west. Everything's looking pretty clear in Oregon, Colorado, all these areas for today as of now. But Washington State, I told you, had another system coming in. They do have some winter weather warnings for snow up in these counties, and this is a winter advisory for these counties, with just a couple of counties in northern Idaho being in these winter weather advisory areas. As we move across to Montana, some flooding is possible in southern Montana, a little bit of northern Wyoming right up in this here area, right in here, just a couple of counties. But we have very cold air in Montana and in western North Dakota, also in western South Dakota. These are wind chill advisories. Be aware of what's happening. Then the snow starts. Then all of the orange, folks, is blizzard conditions. We have blizzard conditions from North and South Dakota, parts of Iowa, and parts of Minnesota. Don't want to forget that high wind I'm talking about on the back side of this system coming in will be going on in parts of Nebraska and South Dakota today. But then we have storm warnings for the remainder of Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin, some of Illinois, and then we have the winter storm advisories for the remainder of the areas from Wisconsin, moving down into Illinois, parts of Missouri, and parts of Nebraska. Now, it's looking like a lot of Missouri is under flood warnings right now, flash flood warnings and flood watches, and also parts of Illinois, so be aware. Now, when we come over to southwestern Michigan, let's check it out right quick, and we will see what's going on for you guys. I'm going to show you this right here. If you live in these areas right in here, you have a winter weather advisory. For portions of central, south central, southwest, and west central Michigan, you are under this winter weather advisory. Goes into effect at 7 a.m. and it's in effect until 7 a.m. tomorrow. It's already in effect, I should say, and it's going to be in effect until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Snow heavy at times, especially early for this morning, Saturday morning, and lulls of the snow are expected today. Total snowfall by this evening will be in the 5 to 8 inch range. Lake effect snow should develop this evening, and this is going to be combined with windy conditions, blowing and drifting snow. Slippery roads are expected tonight, and an additional snowfall tonight of another 1 to 2 inches is possible. Folks, guys, if anybody in this area, portions of central, south central, southwest, and west central Michigan, be very careful. Don't go out in it if you don't have to. You're under this winter weather advisory until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, it's very obvious I cannot go over every one of these watches and warnings. It would take forever. I'm just going to skip across, okay? Now, this is for portions of central Pennsylvania. Winter weather advisory in effect until 7 p.m. tonight. Now, at 7 p.m. this evening, you are out of this. This is for portions of central Pennsylvania. Mixed precipitation is expected. Snowfall accumulations of 1 to 3 inches and ice accumulations of a light glaze across most of this area. Up to a 1/4 inch of ice in higher terrain areas. And the wind's going to gust around 35 miles per hour. Now, the snow should arrive around the morning hours today, then change over to a wintry mix by early afternoon, and then taper off late tonight. So please be careful. It says the snow and sleet's going to come down hard at times, and some of the freezing rain's going to mix during the afternoon and early evening hours as temperatures warm to freezing or just above freezing. Now, if you live anywhere in the portions of central, northern, northwest New Jersey, and east central and southeast Pennsylvania, you are under a winter weather advisory from 10 a.m. this morning till 10 p.m. this evening. Snow and sleet's expected. Total accumulations 1 to 4 inches of snow. Once again from 10 a.m. this morning till 10 p.m. this evening. It looks like the snow is expected to move into the area by late this morning or early this afternoon. There could be a brief lull that may occur after the first period of snow, but precipitation will pick up again after mid-afternoon. Snow may mix with sleet from late afternoon into the early evening. Precipitation will end by late evening, possibly as rain near the south of Interstate 78 corridor. Now, if you're in portions of northeastern New Jersey, southern Connecticut, and southeastern New York, this does include portions of Long Island, New York City, Queens, Nassau, all of these places. If you're in these areas, you are under a winter weather advisory from 10 a.m. this morning until 1 a.m. tomorrow. Now, you could get 2 to 4 inches of snow, and this is looking like from 10 a.m. Saturday to 1 a.m. Sunday. The most likely time of development is for snow. It will be early to mid-afternoon today, supposedly, when it gets there, and it's looking like the snow is going to change to rain this evening, possibly sooner along the south shore of Long Island. Please be aware. Please be safe. Now, for everyone in western Franklin, Massachusetts, eastern Franklin, Massachusetts, western Hampshire, Massachusetts, western Hampden, Massachusetts, and eastern Hampshire, Massachusetts counties, you're under a winter storm warning, not an advisory. You could get 6 to 8 inches of snow. This is heavy snow from 2 p.m. today until 7 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to make the travel very difficult, especially for this evening. And the snow may fall at rates of up to 1 inch per hour at times this afternoon into tonight. And it's looking like the bulk of the accumulating snowfall is late this afternoon into tonight. Please be careful. Please don't go out in this unless you have to. It's looking like right now all that heavy snow in Massachusetts for the storm warnings is going to cut off just right before it gets to Boston. And if you're in Massachusetts and southern Bristol, southern Plymouth, Barnstable counties, and Rhode Island, Washington, Rhode Island, and Newport, Rhode Island, from 4 p.m. this afternoon till 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, you're under a winter weather advisory. Your snow accumulations could be 2 to 4 inches. 2 to 4 inches of snow. Now, this snow should accumulate late this afternoon and into the night, and then it's going to mix or change to rain by probably midnight. So you're at that point right before the cutoff point. You're right at the cutoff point, and you're going to escape all of those high totals of snowfall, but you still can get 2 to 4 inches, so be aware and stay safe. Now, as you can see, I just want to remind everybody in the orange, you're under blizzard conditions. Blizzard conditions. Everybody in the pink, winter storm warnings. This is Minnesota, Wisconsin, going down into parts of Iowa. I can't go through all of these for everyone, but everyone in the blue from the Appalachians, parts of West Virginia, moving right on up through Pennsylvania, parts of New Jersey, Long Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, all the way up to Maine, and then back down across into Michigan right in here. This is winter weather advisories. You guys are going to probably get at least anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of snow if you're in the blue. You could get higher amounts. I've tried to show you some of the more places it's going to get more of the activity going on with the higher snow amounts. And everybody out west for the state of Washington, they do have this new system that's pushing through. You are under some winter weather storm warnings right up in a few counties with some winter weather advisories. And that cold air is still going on in Montana, parts of North and South Dakota, and let's not forget down in Missouri, parts of Illinois. Good chance of some flooding going on. Everybody stay safe. Have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed day, my friends. If you're into the weather and you want to keep up on what's going on, please consider subscribing, click the bell, and check off all. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Everybody stay safe, stay warm, and be blessed. Thanks so much for watching.